Breguet was considered the father of modern horology. We wouldn't have the modern automatic wristwatch by Rolex or Pateks without him. We wouldn't have tourbillons if it wasn't for him. He was groundbreaking, and for that reason, many things he created in the 18th and 19th century are basically the bedrock of watches today. Masterworks of Time is a single-owner collection that we started to sell in 2019. It consists of timepieces from as early as the 16th century to as late as the mid-20th century. Having now sold parts 1 and 2, we are now on part 3, which will focus on Abraham Louis Breguet, the master French watchmaker. Breguet was actually Swiss, but went to France when he was a teenager and apprenticed in Versailles. When he finally went out on his own, he quickly rose the ranks and became the most formidable watchmaker in the world. He was really what we would consider today a celebrity watchmaker, and watchmaker to every crowned head in Europe, Marie Antoinette to Napoleon, King George III, King George IV, the Emperor of Russia, the King of Spain, you name it. As such, he was very much a monarchist, and as a result, during the Reign of Terror, his name made it onto the shortlist for the guillotine. When he found that out, he fled to Switzerland, where he was born, and remained there for 2 years. During his imposed exile, he came up with a few different inventions, and one of them was the tourbillon. When you're wearing a pocket watch, it could be to the left, it could be to the right, it could be upside down. It's about 5 different positions, and that was thought to affect accuracy of the watch. The tourbillon is a mechanism fitted into a watch which is considered to correct for positional error. It's mounted within the watch and it rotates, in this case, once every 6 minutes. The Breguet tourbillon in the sale is 80 millimeters, so it's really quite extraordinary. The Breguet Perpetuel, his self-winding watch or automatic watch, is a great example of his genius. The quality, the precision, everything that went into it is what attracted royalty and the aristocracy to him. His watches tend to have his character stamped in them. The silver engine turn dial, the simplicity yet the overwhelming quality of the piece. You feel it and you know that you're holding something fantastic. This collector had a great vision and a great eye. He saw watch collecting as not just buying one brand or one type of watch or one time period, but he really explored the entire gamut. The Patek Philippe World Time in the sale is a wonderful example of Patek Philippe's extraordinary artistry, creativity. You're looking at a watch that gives you world time in 41 cities around the world. This particular one features a very colorful cloisonné enamel map of North America. London and Paris on this watch are located in the same time zone, in GMT time. The reason for that is that prior to World War II, London and Paris were on the same time zone, and it was only when the Germans invaded did they switch it to the European time, and it was always thought that France would go back, but it never did. The double-dial dent watch by Leon Aubert was created for Dent London, the maker of the most iconic timepiece ever, known as Big Ben in Parliament Square. And it is, in fact, one of a handful of the most complicated watches ever made. It gives you equation of time, sunrise, sunset, signs of the zodiac, perpetual calendar, everything. But most interestingly is the time for moonrise and moonset, which they say is supposed to be accurate for 1,000 years. These are just 4 extraordinary pieces that are in the sale. It is a sale that is made up of amazing benchmarks of horology, and I think it really will, like its predecessors, delight watch collectors around the world.